So this is Kate Greenstock of wildrubies.co.uk, and I'm with the lovely Wendy Holmes today, who is... Tell us what you do, Wendy.
I am a property developer.
Mm-hmm. And Wendy's been on a coaching journey with me for the last 6 months, and it's not over yet.
No.
And just wanted to get a snapshot from you of where you were when you began.
I was in a place... where was I? That's a very good question. It feels quite far away, actually, from where I am now. I was somebody who knew what I wanted to do, essentially. Yeah. I knew what I wanted to do. I knew where my passion was, and I knew how I could make a difference. How I could make a difference. And I felt very motivated to try and do that, to create a role for myself, create a business out of that. But I'd been thinking about it for a long time, and it may have been one of those situations where I've been thinking about it for too long. But I felt as if I needed to behave, look like, have the experience of somebody else in order to do this thing that I wanted to do.
Yeah. So almost to be someone else.
To be someone else in order to do. I know, it's crazy, really. But I think the journey so far, well, very early on, the journey with you helped me realise that actually I can do it as myself. I can just be myself and still do what I want to do, and it's okay, and it's the right thing to be genuine and to be authentic and not to pretend to be somebody you're not, and to be honest about where you have experience, where you don't have experience, and to ask for help when you need it in different areas. And I think it's just given me the confidence to, I say just, but it's very important, it's given me the rock solid confidence that I can stand up and do what I want to do as myself, and be comfortable as myself, and it's okay where I am now, in my place in the world. I can do it.
You can do it. And where are you now? So that journey's taken you somewhere, and you're somewhere new. What does that look like?
So it looks very exciting at the moment. So I've just, if you want the practicalities, exactly where I am. The juicy bits. So in the past 6 months, I have created a brand identity for my business. I have looked at many different projects, possible projects to develop. Yeah. And I found one and bought it. So I had the keys. I had the keys a couple of weeks ago.
You said no to a few as well.
I said no to a few that weren't quite right for me because helped by my values that you helped me to identify what my values were, that then carry through to the business. And I'm in the process of doing the finalising plans for what we're going to do to the project. So I'm turning a very, very lovely three-bedroom house into a 5-bedroom house that I'm hopefully going to sell to someone who appreciates a beautifully design-led home. Yeah. With lots of thoughtful, considered bits and pieces in it.
Gorgeous.
And yeah, that's what I'm doing. So, and I have a great team of people around me who have been giving me advice on the areas that I don't have experience and have been really key to my success.
Fantastic.
So
your success.
Great.
I love the fact that you can mention that with such ease, and you're running a successful business. You're an entrepreneur.
I am, which
and
is very
you've built
exciting.
this team around you, haven't you? You found those people and identified them and nurtured them and grown their sense of what it means to be part of that team.
Absolutely. Fantastic. And they're people that I really like. I really, really like as well. I've been very careful to pick, because I'm self-employed and I work by myself. So it's important that people you deal with, I feel, the people you deal with are people that you like, because they're kind of like the people in your office, effectively. So I need to be able to be honest with them and genuine, and laugh and be silly and all this kind of stuff with them. Otherwise it's just be boring. So it's
part of what you bring, isn't it? That fun.
Yes.
It's what you bring to your clients as well as your team members.
I hope so.
Yeah, that fun and that spaciousness and that vibrancy, vitality was one of those words we used a lot through the process, isn't it?
It still is.
Yeah. So give me a story, like one moment when you really you noticed how things had shifted for you.
Because one of the key things in working with you has been this revelation that I can be me, I can be Wendy, and not pretend to be somebody else, and still achieve what I want to achieve, and have a successful business, and admit where I, follow my strengths and admit where I need help and all that kind of stuff. So being comfortable being me and yet doing what I'm doing, being able to say it to people, I'm doing this, I'm a property developer. It's hard, actually, really crazy, but it's hard to say that to somebody that you don't know.
Yeah. How do you say it now differently to how you used to say it?
It's totally natural to me.
Totally natural.
Yeah. Whereas before I would think, how am I going to phrase this?
Stuck in the throat.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I wouldn't say anything. Actually, I would be.
Yeah.
But now it's very natural to me, and so probably the moment that it really concreted for me that it's me doing this. It's not somebody else. It's actually me doing this. I saw one of my local estate agents that I knew from renting houses and just being in the area. Said hi to him. I was just coming out of the door of my house. He was walking by, and I kind of stopped and I locked up the door and I thought, I should really be talking to him, shouldn't I? Rather than just saying, hi, how are you? And so I got my bag on my shoulder and I ran down the road after him.
You literally chased him.
I did. I chased him down the road. I actually chased him down the road and I went, hey, wait. I said, oh, hi, wait. And then I stopped and talked to him and I explained what I was doing in a way that it was real and actually was happening.
Yeah.
It's really crazy.
It's really happening.
I know, it was a really important moment for me because I had a conversation and more importantly, he had a conversation with me about it. So it wasn't, he didn't look at me in a strange way, he didn't think, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
We had a proper conversation about how we would move forward working together. I said, I'm doing property developments now, I'd love to talk to you about what's going on in the area. And he was, we had maybe, 5 or 10 minutes conversation as he was walking back to the office, and he was really receptive, and he said, come into the office and let's sit down and talk about how we can work together. I'd love to talk to you. We've got this and this going on at the moment.
Right. So he just took you exactly for who you are in all your strength.
And it was, and that was somebody who knew me before. So it was a really brilliant moment. It was being myself.
Being yourself.
Being myself.
Wholly, truly Wendy.
Yeah.
And all the difference that brings to the people you work with.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing that.
You're welcome.
This is Kate Greenstock of wildrubies.co.uk. We'll see you soon.